Take two. So we went through this city. This will be the second time today. I recorded this once, all the way through, and I forgot to check to make sure that I was only talking to the mic and not to the camera. So I was recording both. So I had a really bad echo. It just means we can do this over again, and maybe second time's better. Let's get started. So this is a tour of my city. It has no name. Call it the City of Boredom. That's how it started. So last week, it's got about 5 days of build time into this. The first day was what I'll go through and I'll tell you as we go. I started with a hole in the side of this hill, and it was natural. So I built what you see behind you. This whole little complex here was built first, and then I had to carve out a little bit, and then there was another cave. So there was a hole that went all the way through, and then there's a cave, and you'll see on the other side what all that means. And then I just went crazy. So I guess we just start. So this is what I started building first. This one has the most interior as well. So here's a little kitchen area. It oversees your little garden, all your stuff. Here's this shelves, table, living room with your armor. I guess this is a TV. It's Minecraft. This is a bathroom that never got finished. It's a bedroom. It's a really cool view. And then this is the only cool thing that I've removed a whole lot of material for. But I figured if you've got a really cool luxury place like this, your own indoor pool, I'd say it's not uncommon or not unheard of. So this is what I started building. And then I went crazy. We'll go crazy and fly and see all this stuff. So but I built this outside deck, and it comes up and comes around. And then I built this deck on top of the kitchen. So we're on top of the roof of the kitchen, big sitting area. Because why would you not have all these outside seating areas in your one bedroom cliffside apartment? So this is what it looks like from the outside. Let's go down a little bit. As you can see, this was a natural cave. This one I dug a little bit out. It went about 4 or 5 blocks deep, so it was a little bit deeper than this one. But on this same hill, I'll show you. There is a cave that does the same thing over here. So this is all natural. And this is, before anybody goes crazy in the comments or asks, it's all vanilla. There's no shaders, there's no nothing. So this is the front of the first little place I built. So then I decided to build this. I built all kinds of houses and stuff, but I figured it'd be a little bit different and build me a big apartment complex. And initially, this was the outdoor area, and it got extended in phase 2, and we'll see phase 2 once we're done with the building. So this one's the cliffside luxury apartment complex. Got this water fountain in here. It's not a whole huge area. After I built this, I realized I wanted the ceiling. I envisioned the ceiling higher than it is, but nonetheless, management office is back in here. I've got some storage or a bathroom. Like I said, that house is the only one that's got a whole lot of interior, but it's got some stuff like a mail room or where it would be. Kind of nice little area. Put some seats in, and then this one's got 7 apartments. I think it's 302 and 402 are identical. There's 2 that are identical. Everything else is all unique. So it's kind of cool. So we've got 301 comes in, and 301's got all kinds of room here. And then they've got a bedroom over here. So here are the views. Like I said, I don't have interiors in this. This is like a little bathroom, storage, closet, whatever you wanted. Bedroom, bathroom. This is the bedroom here. So it's 302 and 402. So 402 is identical to this. It's just 1 floor higher. Let's go view the lighthouse. So bedrooms. I will have a link for the music below. It's up by T-Pain, and not that T-Pain and I are like this. T-Pain's just a cool dude, and has this thing called the Pizzle pack, and it's royalty free. So recording, put in the background, stuff like this, free. So this is the identical one. But I listen to this because I listen to this all the time. Especially when I'm working like 3D design stuff. Or this. Stuff like this. So this is the 5th floor, the penthouse floors. So it's got a great big atrium room. You've got a bedroom down here. We'll see that building next. And this is the upper bedroom. And then there's that room that's open all the way. I've gone back and forth whether I thought about leaving this wall up or down. It's not my apartment, so I don't have to worry about it. So this is really cool view. But this one comes with its own outdoor garden area. So because it's built so high, it collects snow, so garden area. There's also, if you keep going on the roof or keep going up the stairs, that'll take you through this outdoor little area here, and then this is like a roof maintenance area for all the roof stuff that you would have on the roof. But there's the cliffside luxury apartments. So before anybody asks, none of these buildings have schematics. I don't have anything I can provide for you guys to download because I just literally just started with a foundation. So what I did from here is I brought the path out and I brought it down to the little lake area here. I made a little dock or a little dock or fishing pier if you want. And then phase 2 happened and this deck area got extended. I'm sorry, this phase 2 didn't happen yet. I created this path here and this path here and it stopped. And then this path here. And then I was looking for where I was going to build next. So there was this big open area right here on a hill that slopes down this way right here. So I built the foundation, built it out. And then I built up the stairwell and then just started building. Same thing with this next building. So let's go from point of view. This is the other thing I wanted to make sure I was key on. It's the point of view. I wanted to be able to walk through this world, and if it was real, everything kind of made sense. So like the light there, that doesn't make sense. Eventually this will get changed. There's a lot of stuff that I've been slowly changing. So after I extended this out, I was like, okay, what could go here? Because there was this empty area. I didn't want to put trees here because I didn't want to block all the windows. So I was like, what do I want to put here? I was like, I could extend the deck out. So I extended the deck out, and then there was going to be this, because it sloped down over here. There was this area that I had, a little area I could build, just a little hut. Could be for anything, storage, whatever you want it to be. But then this was the next building we built. This is the Timberline Luxury Apartments. So, keeping with the idea that I understood that the last one, that the atrium area, the building when you first walked in, it wasn't big enough. I wanted it to be grand. I wanted when you walked in, you just, wow, it's pretty cool. So this, wow, it's pretty cool. So there are 2 giant custom trees that were added after. So I started with just building up the walls, building up the area, and then I started building a spiral staircase all the way up. Before we go upstairs, I want to show the little garden area down here. And then 101, we will go through that door in the next building and come back through. But let's go up the stairs. This entire wall is all glass. 201 has a pretty cool loft. So you can put a little loft bedroom up there. You can put a small little bathroom right there. All glass, all the way up to the entry floor to the 3rd floor stairs. So this is a storage room. This became a happy mistake. So in this building, it goes up 8 floors. So we're going to go all the way to the 8th floor. And on the 8th floor, I'll show you all the floor plans. But this little room right here was a happy mistake because when I started building this stairwell, I realized that I had this little weird little sliver of room here. And I didn't know what to do with it. So down here, it's storage. And in all the other apartments, this becomes the bathroom. So we will go all the way upstairs. All the rooms are labeled. And the stairwell is glass. This idea here, every other one, and in the lighthouse and in other buildings, I use the same idea with these stair columns. Some are thin or not as wide. But this idea with the sea, I think that's what they're called, sea lanterns. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have kids. I play Minecraft because it's Legos, infinite Legos. So this is 801. All the 01s are all identical. It's just a great big open area, and then that happy little room, the accident. So this is where your bathroom could be. Your shower could be here in the corner, taking a shower. You know. And then 802 is identical to all of the 2s. So 702, 602, all the way down. There's a portal way over there. But I've been building like this and we're in creative mode. So portals don't mean anything for me. However, the 802 has a pretty good view. And then we'll go out the roof, because each building's going to have a roof access. And then here is that building. And you can see the atrium with the trees all through the middle of it. So this building and the previous building that you just seen, those were just built in a day. So over about 6 hours between the two of them. And then this little guy right here was the next building that got built. So the path, I started widening the path and making it go up the hill, and I made it go over here and come down and then go over this way on a bridge-like thing. So this is just a little house. It's got a bunch of little rooms down here in the bottom. Could be a bedroom, bathroom, whatever you want, storage. This building really doesn't have a purpose, but it's there. So I've only taken down one tree, and when we get to where it was at, I'll make a plea for why it got taken out, because I've been very purpose in my building to build into the structure, into the landscape. So as you can see, I'm building into the hill. I don't want to take material out too much. Kind of realistically building. So in placing things, I was looking where the trees were. So I've built around the trees or through the trees. I didn't want to take any trees down. I've trimmed some trees, but I've only taken one down. So I had this path coming up, and there's this nice little hill area here, but it would have made the building look really weird, or I would have had to take material out to make it look okay. I didn't know what to do. So then I said, why don't I make it a nice little garden up here and build a building on the back side of the cliff? So that's what I did. So this building back here is kind of, when you go to a vacation and your Airbnbs, this would be an Airbnb. Bunch of Airbnbs. Because each one of these is kind of unique in its own right. But every one of them has an ocean view. The entire front of it is not glass. So this one's got a little bedroom on the back. Another little bedroom back over here. Another little bathroom. And then this one has a little cool little deck area. And you didn't even notice it when you walked in. Point of view. That was one of the key things. I'll say it over and over and over again. My point of view. So let's go downstairs. This is the next one. This one's just open here. Bedroom back here. Bathroom underneath. See, some of these don't even have doors on some of them. That's the special area here. You get another floor. And it's got a bathroom underneath. Great big views. Great big views. And this one's got a little balcony. Little area. So, I don't have a name for this. The Airbnb cliffside, cool. I don't want to name everything cliffside. This is literally on the cliffside. But one of the other things I wanted to do is make the structure kind of feel realistic. So the logs run long ways across, long ways up. So as kind of it would possibly be built in real life. This is the cliffside building. I figure for a building with the entire back side of it having a wall, I just thought it was unique, just a little bit different. So this next building, again, trying to be different than the other ones that I built. This one is a multi-weird split level. And if you've ever been in any older government building, that's usually what they are. There's some weird multi-level splitness, and it's confusing as crap and you can't get through it. So it's got a little mail entrance. Trimming some trees. So here's a path that goes back here. And there's really nothing back here yet, because there's another biome that's over this way. We'll see it as we go along. That's when I realized that was over there. That was after I built 2 giant buildings. So I built those first 2 buildings, and then I'm like, okay, before I go crazy, let me see the other biomes. So I went and I checked out that portal that was back there just to see if there was anything cool. Nothing. And then I realized the other biome over there is really pretty. It's got flowers and all kinds of cool stuff, and I don't have to landscape. So this is the Cliffside Government Offices. So I guess this place is called Cliffside. I named it, but I didn't realize I named it. Here's that lower level entrance. There's the back windows. There's that path. Here's kind of the main floor, but not really, because there's the weird split level, like where you can... I've been in buildings like this that are government buildings. It's the only reason I keep it like this. Because what they do is they'll get a building, and then they'll ask, the government will ask themselves to build another building, and they'll say, no, you can't build another building. But you can build onto this building, and then you can build onto this building, and build onto this building, and build onto this building. And then there's buildings that look all kinds of weird craziness. Speaking of weird craziness, this is those doors from the apartment complex. So this is the sky bridge. And while we are on the path, if you didn't notice, we'll go see again. When you looked up, this is very hidden. But when you're in, it feels very open, which is crazy. It can't be open and hidden at the same time, but yet it is. All right. Let's keep going, because there is a lot to see. It blends in so perfectly. That's one of the, I think that's one of the things I won't say I'm proud of, but I think one of the coolest things I've done for the thing. So then I decided to take the path, and I just started building the path because I know that the other biome's over here. And then I realized that there is a gaping hole between these 2 areas. So I'll build trees, or I'll build a bridge. So I built a bridge. I built this tree, or no, this tree was in here. I built these logs up. I planted a lot of these trees over here. Same with some of these over here. And then, as you can see, this biome has flowers and stuff. It's really nice looking. Because again, I'm playing in vanilla, and I don't have any resource packs or anything crazy. All right. So then we came back. We'll go here in a little bit. I was like, what does every city need? Especially in a downtown area. Because if I'm saying this is a downtown area, right? This has got all the high rises and stuff. Every big city's got to have a bank. And unfortunately, this bank is the bank that caused the death of the only tree. So this pillar right here, this one, I tried. I built up around it. I built the blocks up. I even removed the tree and then put the tree back so I could maybe make the building and like the tree was grown into the building over time. It just did not work. So it had to go. But as soon as I get done building in an area, the first thing I do is I take saplings and I put saplings all over the place. So the illusion that the building just sprung up out of the middle of nowhere was even bigger because there's that many more trees. To where in the beginning I had a few trees and now there's a bunch of trees. So this area was open with the exception of that tree there, and this is where the bank went. I even kept this tree here. And it's right up against these two trees. Like right up against them. Right up against them. So I figure every bank's got a really cool pillar entrance. Oh. Pretend we didn't see that. Every bank's got a pretty cool pillar entrance. Cliffside Bank, established 1842. Because why not? Why not? You come in, you got the tellers. Nice green everywhere. Banks, money, green, maybe, I don't know. These teller stations are back here. They've got a little break area maybe. This is where they can talk crap about their customers. Or say how great the customers was. I don't know. I'm not a bank teller. So this would be the vault where nothing's at. Because I haven't decorated anything, so nobody's moved in. So nobody's put money into the bank. I guess I need to do some work. But every good bank has an area upstairs where you can sit and wait to talk to people and ask them for more money, and then they can tell you no. So this is a no room. Here's another no room. Here's a maybe room. But then they'll put you to the other no rooms. But these are where you sit down with your loan officers and talk over your bank plans, and they tell you whether you're going to be able to get your loans or not. And you can figure out what you're going to do with your business or money or RV or house, Ferrari, jet ski. I guess everybody needs jet ski. If you're ever having a bad day, just picture yourself on a jet ski. You can't have a bad day on a jet ski. Scientific fact. So, from here, I want to keep building towards the other side. But I have some trees in the way, and a lot of these trees I've added. But there's nothing kind of here I could do. I didn't want to go down this way because it's blocked by, I'd say the ocean area is like the entrance to my area. So on the other side of this hill here, it'd be kind of blocked. So I didn't want to put anything there unless it's like one of those things where I've run out of other stuff and I need room. So that's where it would go. And then that would be like industrial stuff maybe. Just like in real life, that's where industrial stuff would end up. Like it's a non-desirable area. People don't want to go there. So we kept building the path. And then I started this monstrosity over here. Now, when I say POV, I can't emphasize that more in this building than any other thing I've done on the entire map. It's not a map. The entire island, the entire little village. This is the OT. The OT. Ocean Theater. The Ocean Theater has some landscaping, some really cool trees. It's got a nice little sitting area so you can get your, after work on a Friday, like today that I'm recording this. Get your glass of milk, maybe a couple Oreos, and head out with your special one, and you're going to go see a show. Have your Oreos and cookies down there. It's a nice little romantic place. Let's go inside. So we go inside. Here's where the aux office would be, where you get your tickets. The big O that you see from the outside. Point of view. There is not a bad seat in this place. There is just better seats than really good seats. Depends on how you want to see. Do you want to be at eye level? Do you want to be down on the floor? There's not a bad seat in the house. The entire facility, there's not a bad seat. And this building has, of all the buildings, has had the most time spent in it. Because this stage has been moved up, moved down, moved back, moved forward. This whole upper deck seating area has moved forward, it's moved back. I moved the stage and everything's moved. But because I'm doing this in vanilla, I build it block by block. And I know that there's ways that you can get around that and copy and paste, but I don't know that stuff. I got a pretty cool computer, but I don't know that stuff. I'm not that deep into computers. So, not a bad seat in the house. But, just like every theater, there's the front of the house that everybody sees, and then there's the back of the house. So these are 2 bathroom areas. And then this is the employees only room. Or door. They've got a little break room up here. And then here is where they run the show from. Again, they can see the stage. They can see most of the crowd at the upper deck of the crowd. But if you've got to get to the backstage while the show's in order, you go across the catwalk. Before we go across the catwalk, there's a storage area over here. This signifies the stage. And then we're behind the big O. Every backstage area has a storage below deck. And then if you needed to, every good stage has a below deck. So you can help the magicians be magicians, and you have cool stage effects come up from below. But you can come out from stage right. You can come out from stage left. But again, as Mr. Pumpkinhead can tell you, you can see everybody from the stage. And that is the Ocean Theater. Like I said about landscaping afterwards, like these flowers, I didn't put those there, but that's kind of cool that they are there already. But the bushes, I put the bushes there. And then you've got the transparent. Oh. And then here is the catwalk. And that's the Ocean Theater. So from here, I thought I want to build a building that has no purpose, but it's kind of out of the way, but kind of takes up an empty space that you would necessarily put something. You can see the space is empty, and you can see it could be used. Yeah. You can see that it's a space that could be used. So maybe it's a maintenance area for the bridge. I don't know. But I put this little house building structure underneath. I put it out of bricks. Some of them are crumbling. So maybe this is a maintenance building. And it's just got 2 little rooms in it. Nothing special. Nothing crazy. So from here, I decided I wanted to build a marina. To do that, I needed to build down to the water. And then once I got down there, I decided... Oh, wrong path. Once I got down there, I decided I'll go across to this little island and I'll put a lighthouse on it. And that's where we're going next. So, the plans for the future or next are either continue on the marina, and the plans for the marina are there's this little building that we'll see as soon as we get down here. Build several more buildings similar to this, all along this, all the way down through here, and then build up a big dock that will come out this way, and then I'll build a couple ships in the water at the dock. But then this would be like a tourist area, like where all the shops are and all that stuff. And then there'll be a bunch of shops and little stuff like this all the way down through here. Until then, so I was thinking right around here, shoot out this way where the water gets nice and deep, so I could put a boat. So I'd kind of make it realistic. And then underneath the water, I'm going to add a couple more, but there are poles that are holding the bridge up. And then the lighthouse, narrow path. And I felt like this path needs to be like kind of somewhat treacherous, because this is like a rock that came straight up out of the water. And this was all natural. This was here from this world seed. This isn't custom. This is all, I just loaded in a new world. This is where I started. But just like the cliffs on the other side, got the towers. The logs are going up and down, or vertically. Just give it kind of maybe some visual realism to your eyes. So you're like, oh, maybe that kind of does look real. Even though there's those great big sea lanterns that I need to replace. That was the other thing I did with, I failed to mention about the Ocean Theater. There's sea lanterns and there's lighting all throughout there. I did really good, I tried to pay attention to where the lighting was, to where a lot of it was hidden, to where you didn't see it. But the poles, and they're 5x5, and they create the columns that the stairwell lives inside. So you got a little area over here, and then you've got the stairwell that runs all the way up to the top. And then this is the observation deck. Or if you're the worker that's going to be hanging out up here making sure the light stays glowing. But then you go up and there's the light. And that's the lighthouse. So I'd like to build out the marina. And build at least one boat, maybe a cruise ship, something like that. Something big down there in the water. And it would be, here's that path. Then here is the top of the lighthouse. So there'd be like some sort of a big cruise ship. Or maybe keep this extended straight out and then put cruise ship over here. This great big open water area. Because that's deep enough that I could put a good bit of it underneath the water. But yeah, so we'll go through the village, or go through the city, I guess. This is over 5 days, on and off. So I usually go through maybe 20-30 minute stints at a time, and then I guess get up and walk around, stretch my legs, and take a bath and come back at it, off and on throughout the day. The bank. Oh, that's cool. They started filling in. A lot of these trees that are out, all these trees that are out here that are on the edges, those are all the ones I planted from saplings. There is a couple more tunnels, caves. And then all of this area is just free of trees. I mean, it's got these big rocks, but it's kind of, it's begging to put something big here, but I don't know. I don't know how popular this video will be. So, hey, you guys can comment, give me some ideas, suggestions. I think that's so cool. And I'm not sure, but if anybody will ask, but I'll put the specs for my computer below. It's an AMD build. I'm actually really happy with it. It was mainly built to be able to do 3D design and 3D work, as well as Flight Simulator 2020. See, I find stuff all the time. And especially with the most recent update, it defaults to ultra everything. And now it's running well over 100 frames per second, which is amazing. So, yeah, as we're flying back over here towards the start, I want to go ahead and say that's going to end it for the video. If you liked the video or you want to see where the city goes or tell me to keep going, let me know. Comment. Like if you liked it. Click the like button. If you didn't like it, vote it down if you don't like it. It's okay. Let's be honest. It's okay if you don't like it. Don't get my feelings. It'd be cool if you did like it. So, yeah. There's my town. Cliffside. The town that I named that I didn't realize I had a name for. So, man, this video's long. I'm gonna have to speed these up next time. But, thanks for watching.